Okay, so welcome back to another review on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be reviewing a figure that has literally just come out and is fairly new. Its official release date is actually tomorrow. I've already had this figure for just over a week already, and here it is. This is the new Titan class for the Wolf Cybertron, and is the Autobot Ark. It's got some very nice paint applications on it. You've got the nice yellow with the metallic blue, and more metallic blue there. The turrets are all done in a metallic black, and you've got a nice transparent cockpit on the Ark. If I flip it over, it's a very clean transformation, so all you can see of the robot mode is the crotch plate. That's the only bit on display. You do get flip up landing gear, so if I can just notch under there. So you get 3 legs that pop down, like so. So when it's going to be stood, you'll have it just sat on the 3 legs. You do get, if I can turn it around to the back, the rockets are done in a nice blue with a metallic blue around the outside. The tower is unfortunately hollow, but there is an upgrade kit coming to fill that. You do get a pop down ramp if I pull this lever, where you can possibly get a transformer up in there if you're lucky. I keep the blast effects in here, and it just pushes up again. You also get Mainframe, who is the command deck of the Ark. Now this does transform into a robot. It's a long transformation for a Voyager class figure, so it takes a little bit of time. Well, for me it does anyway. So the most annoying step I've noticed is you have to untab the legs to rotate the feet, just so you can tab the panel back again. So if they found a way to get round that, it would be nice. I found another accessory which I didn't actually realise was here, so finding new stuff all the time. So the hand joints are a little stiff on this guy, and then you just separate the legs like so, and that is your Voyager class Mainframe figure that comes with the Ark. So you get light piping in the head. So if I put my finger there, you can see that the light changes. He also comes with more accessories, because there are another 2 I've just realised he had on his back. So that is the robot mode, and he also has a vehicle mode. Well, I say vehicle, he's not a vehicle of sorts, but he has an alt form. And the alt form is Teletran. So he turns into a computer. Which is a fun alt mode, but it's just fiddly to turn into. but this is designed to go with the core class figures. So if you have any of the core class, like the ones I know of at the moment that are core class is Optimus, Megatron, Starscream, and Soundwave. I believe there's another, or another two, but I can't remember who they are. But it also scales with the third-party Legends as well. So if you can get any of them, then it will still be in scale. And they look a lot better than the core class as well. So transformation into Teletran, you literally make him sit down, like so. All the back is going to be left on show, with the front being the actual Teletran computer. So it's good in a way that they've managed to get him to do it like this. But you have to then display him from the front, because from the side or the back you have all the panels on show. And that is literally my biggest problem with this guy, is that everything's left on show. Now I'm hoping they decide to produce an upgrade kit which will fill the back, because you still have the pegs at the side. So if they can create a plate to go over the back and fill it, then that would be a must-have and would be very good to hide the exposed bit of Mainframe. So I just need to make sure it stands up. There we go. So here you have Teletran, or Teletran 1 as he's known. So you have, all these are actually painted on, they're not actually stickers like I first thought. So you've got all the markings and everything. You've got the Ark here, you've got the Matrix. I believe that, I know what that is, I can't remember the name of it, but the actual one, you could get it with the Masterpiece MP36 Megatron. It was the metal key, but that's actually painted on here. You have a map as well. So this is actually very nice. And then that's all that's on the back. Yeah, he's a panel former, so to speak. You need to look at him from the front to get the best. Now, he comes with accessories. So you get a little Sky Spy to go around scanning alt forms. You get 2 golden discs which have the engravings on them, which is very nice. Now on the other side they look like vinyl records, like the one that NASA sent up to space, and it actually has the sounds of Earth written on it in the middle. You also get Vector Sigma, which is just a little plastic ball with a peg, which goes into the Ark's bridge to become a holographic thing. Now this is an Optimus Prime that is scaled with the Ark and the bridge. So there he is. He is tiny. Now, I can't get the camera to focus on this, so you can't really see the detail. But for his size, you can clearly make out the details on him. So you can see the chest panel has the windows and everything. The wheels are actually on the side of the legs. But he's only about an inch tall with that. So I'm going to turn Mainframe back into the command bridge, and then I will show what else he can do, because I'm not finished with him just yet. and it's nice they've incorporated him into the Ark. Right, so just get all the accessories because they actually have their own storage on Mainframe. If you can get them around the right way, that is. I've just realised that one of these golden discs is slightly bigger than the other, so you need to have that on the top. But they peg there. Now the other side, that is your command deck of the Ark. So I will plug Optimus back in when it is transformed to how it should be. So I just need to work out how I had this so I can put everything back. It is a very nice figure. It's a bit on the pricey side to get the Ark, and there's been a lot of complaints that he's not very good, but he's actually not that bad. I mean, the other two Titans I got had faults. Omega had a loose wing, and Scorponok's backpack didn't have any pegs to tab onto, so he doesn't have a backpack feed. But the Ark doesn't really have any issues, other than it doesn't tab in one spot, but that's not really an issue, because it helps with the transformation. So it's also a bad thing, but I've made it work into a good. So I just put Sky Spy back. Right, so as I was saying, the bridge of the Ark, you have Vector Sigma plug in here. And now this is the fiddly bit, so you'll get Prime into one of these notches. You have another 3 down here. I like him here because he is obviously the Autobot commander. So I have him as the captain of the ship. Like so. Now he's tabbed in, he will stay there. Right, so now I've done that, I can get the Ark again, who I just put off to the side, and you can put the Mainframe figure inside of the Ark ship. You have to open the nose cone, and you get these little notches here and here that you just break down like that, and then you can come up here and lift. So when you've done that, you just grab Mainframe, and he just lays into a hollow section of the Ark. Ow. Like so. So he's now here. It's just an empty tray, like so, that he just slots into. And he will now happily stay there. Now, I discovered you can actually leave it there when he's transformed into his Titan form, which is pretty cool. So I will start the transformation. Now, when you get this figure out of the box, you will probably say it's missing a tower. No, it's not. You have a panel here which lifts up, and they will have hidden it inside. So this is how it would look at the back when you get it out of the box. So the first thing you do when you actually get one is to lift it and lock it. And that holds the back feet together, because these are his feet. So to transform, I want that hidden away again, like so. You can take Mainframe out, like I said, or you can leave him in place. You just lift and lock the arms in place, like so. Everything's ratcheted and very tight. which is something I haven't seen in a while. So it says to do the back first, but I always do the chest plate because that holds mainframe. Now come to the back and tab the nose of the Ark down. Like so. That is the only visible bit of the ship that will be visible in robot mode, which I like. Then you want to rotate him at the waist, which again is ratchet jointed. The arms are ratcheted everywhere, including the wrist swivel, which I really like. So you just want to separate the legs and straighten them. And then you come down here and you get his toes, which do tab. Now I've just spotted that the jets of the ship are also printed on the bottom of the feet, which is a bit odd, but okay. So then you just, I like to bring out the legs with one click, like so. Now for the arms, you just pull down, so you can then straighten the arm, and continue bringing that down, rotate. Now for the hand, you come back here. As you can probably see, there's a panel here. As I pull the hand up, that's going to move and fill the gap, like so. That panel has now flattened itself, which I really like. It's a feature that hasn't been used before, that I'm aware of. So here you have the Cybertron Kingdom Titan class Ark. So he's a big figure. He's the same size as Omega. You get good articulation everywhere, including a head swivel. As I was saying, everything's ratcheted, so elbow, you get a good bend at the elbow. The wrist, oops. You also get arm rotation, which I just unlocked. Not what I was trying to move though, but... So wrist is ratcheted. The arms come up that far. You get shoulder rotation. The head isn't ratcheted. That's just on a T-peg, which is why they've made upgrades for it, which I am getting. If I get the arm out of the way, he can do the splits and then some. Legs forward, that far, so 90 degrees at the thigh. Backwards, again, 90 degrees. You do get a ratcheted swivel at the thigh. Knee bend. Now this is technically triple jointed because you have two joints inside that move the panels at the back. So when I bend the leg, they move too. So you get quite a lot of bend at the knee. And you get a non-ratcheted ankle tilt. Now, there was a feature which I wasn't sure about, which is, if I can bring him around again, these here. These knee pads are not fitted when you get him. you have to build them. So you literally have to put them on him when you take him out the box, which I wasn't aware of. Now, I had to fight mine on and ended up splitting one of them in half. Turns out they only clip together, so you can actually fix it, but you have to be careful with that one. Now, he has a new set of blast effects. We get a nice turquoisey blue style, but there's hints of green in it as well that I can see. Now, he doesn't really have any blast effect ports because you can use the turrets, but you end up stretching the fitting. Yeah, I wouldn't actually recommend doing it. So the only blast effect ports he has... Is that one there? I think... No, he's got some there, but you can't use them. So he only has 3 on each arm. So 1... Oops. So you got 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3 on each arm. The legs, you only have the jets at the front, unfortunately. And they're not deep enough to peg these. It's sort of a very, very shallow friction tab. It stays, but it's just not good. If I had a drill, I would drill a hole through it. It's just not good. So he does have light piping in his eyes. I don't know if you'll be able to... There you go. He's a good figure. So if you can find them, get one. I know people have been complaining that he's not one of the best Titans. And, well, he's not, but he has his good size as well. I mean, he's the Ark. So he goes well with the other Transformers. So if you can get one, I recommend you do it. So that is what you see from the back. He cleans up nicely. The front, the top. I mean, the chest panel could sit more flush, but that is how it locks, because if you flip it up, you have Mainframe literally straight underneath. So that is the Ark. Now, for scale, the only thing I had at hand was Core Class Prime. Yeah. So that's literally your comparison. That was the only thing I had. Is the tiny Optimus. Like so. So you can tell the Ark is a big figure, because that little guy is approximately 8 to 10 centimetres tall. The Ark stands just over 2 foot. So he's a big figure. He's worth it, I'd reckon, in my opinion. So if you can manage to find one, do so. Thanks for watching. I will be back with another review at some other point. See ya.